morning and welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tracy and I'm trying to lose weight following the Slimming World plan. It is Saturday the 7th of November and it's another weigh-in update. First of all, I just want to say a massive thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you for coming over and checking out my channel. It's really appreciated, and if you are one of the ones that's been with me from the start, thank you so much for coming back. So I've got 158 subscribers as of this week, which I'm really grateful for. It's really helping me to keep motivated. I ain't had the best of weeks this week, and I think if I hadn't have been uploading these videos onto YouTube, that I'd have quite easily gone off plan. So you are, as well as me maybe giving you some tips and helping you, you're really helping me to stay on track, so I really appreciate it. I did say that if you watch all of my videos, you'll know that I don't really tell anybody that I'm doing YouTube. So I've kept it to myself and just let a few family members know, mainly because I needed the help with, learning how to do YouTube. I didn't have a clue. But I said that once I'd got to 50 subscribers, I'd tell my mum and dad. And once I got to 100 subscribers, I'd tell my son. I told my mum and dad. I said to them, Mum, Dad, I've started doing YouTube. I've started uploading some videos to keep me on track with my weight. And they was like, oh, that's good. And that was it. I was gutted. No, oh, can we, show us your channel, show us what you do, we'll watch your videos. I didn't really expect any more, bless them. They're in the 60s and they're not really up on technology. My dad, he's quite good, but I'm not sure he fully understands what YouTube is. I think he does watch a few videos, but I don't think, when I mentioned it, I don't think he thinks that I'm actually, up on YouTube and he can go and watch me. And my mum, bless her, she's got a mobile phone. It's one of those old-fashioned flip phones. She's had it for donkey's years. I think she's had the same £10 credit on it for about 4 years, and she doesn't even know how to text. She can call you, and that's about it. She sent one text in a lifetime, and she sent it to herself by accident. So she gave it up as a bad job. So yeah, I was a bit deflated by their reaction. Maybe if I explain it a bit more, they would probably want to watch what I was doing. Oh. Did you hear that big bang? Something coming through the letterbox. And I told my son when I got to, well, I think I'd got like 140 by the time I got round to telling him. I thought he would be a bit embarrassed about it, with him only being, he's in his early 20s, so I didn't want his mum embarrassing him by being on YouTube. But I thought it was time to let him know before he found out off somebody else. Anyway, he said, oh yeah, you already know. So apparently his girlfriend had come across me on Instagram. You know where it comes up it comes up with suggestions of people that you might want to follow on Instagram. Well, I'd been careful enough to change my name on it so that people didn't know it was me. But it still had a picture on of me, so obviously she saw the picture and knew it was me, and apparently she sent him a message saying, do you know your mum's got over 500 followers on Instagram? So yeah, he'd already found out about it about a week or so, I think, before I told him. But bless him, he said he was ever so proud of me. So if you're watching this, Connor, I'm really sorry that I doubted you. I'm really sorry that I thought you would be embarrassed by me, and I love you to bits. So yeah, that's that out the way. So yeah, this week's weight loss. I have lost 2.5 pounds this week, so I'm really pleased with that considering the week I've had. So that's a total loss this time round of 1 stone 10, and in total since starting Slimming World 3 stone 8. So yeah, I'm really pleased. And this week I've really started to notice a difference. My clothes are getting baggier. My stomach feels less bloated. It feels quite flat in comparison to what it did feel like. And I went and got some of my old trousers out of my wardrobe. I think I bought them last year, but I couldn't fit into them, and I can get into them now. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. trying to think what I've had to eat this week. Oh, I had I had Asda's tinned stewing steak. I remember trying it a few years ago, but I couldn't remember if I liked it or not. So I had that with just a pile of vegetables, and it was disgusting. Don't buy it. It's free, and it's quick, and it's an easy meal. But yeah, it's awful. It tasted like canned dog meat. So yeah, I prefer the real thing to those tins. I've had a lovely meal off the Slim and Eats website called, what was it called? Stovetop barbecue chicken, I think it was. That was really nice. So yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, go find that recipe and make it. Yeah, so as I said at the start, I've had the week from hell. I mentioned in my video last week that I thought I was coming down with a bit of a chest infection. So on Monday, my daughter said to me, I think you better, call the doctors and see if you can get an appointment. I wasn't feeling that bad. I didn't really have any symptoms other than a bit of a tight chest, but I thought I'll give them a call because if it gets any worse, at least I'm sort of nipping it in the bud before it does. So I gave the doctor a call and she went through all my symptoms. And I said, my chest feels tight. It feels like I'm starting with a chest infection because I get them a lot in winter time. I'm asthmatic. But by the time I was talking to her on the phone, I'd actually almost lost my voice. It's still a bit funny now. It just started to come back yesterday. I'd almost lost my voice, so I think she was a bit more concerned for me than she really should have been, because I didn't really have any symptoms, and I certainly didn't have a sore throat or anything. So she went through the usual to do with COVID. Have you got a cough? Have you got a temperature? So no, I said, I've just took my temperature because I thought you might ask me that, because I work for the ambulance service, so I was preempting anything that she might ask me. And my temperature was normal. It was 36. So I said, no, I ain't got any of those symptoms, nothing. But she said, I must go for the dreaded COVID test just to rule it out. Which I can understand. They want to be sure and they want to be certain and what have you. But I don't think they realise how it affects people, sending them for these tests. It didn't just affect me, because she told me I had to isolate until I'd got my test results. It affects my children and their partners, because I look after their children during the day. So they all had to come off work and isolate until I'd got my test results. My husband, he can't go to work for however long. So yeah, it really has a knock-on effect on everybody when they send you for these tests. I can understand if I was displaying even one symptom of COVID, but I wasn't, there was no symptoms whatsoever. But I said, yeah, obviously I'll go and get the test. So this was on the Monday evening. So I'll just tell you a little bit about going for the COVID test in case you ever have to go for one, or I don't mind you, I don't know if they all do it the same way, but so she sent me a link and I had to book the COVID test online. So this was Monday evening. I think it was about 7 o'clock when she rang me. So I went straight online and I managed to get a test at a drive-through COVID testing centre, which was probably about 10 minutes away from me. So my time slot was to be there between 10 and 10:30. When we got there was quite a lot of cars. It was in a medical centre, well, outside a medical centre around the back. So the cars driving in two lines. So what you do while you're waiting in the queue, a guy comes across and he pops the COVID test on your windscreen. It's all in a bag and what have you, and he just pops it on your windscreen. And then you wait until you make your way to the front, and there's two guys for the two lines of cars. You've not to put your window down during any of this time. So he comes up to your window, you leave it closed, and he asks you to show you your booking on your phone. So I showed him that, and then he shows you a telephone number, and you have to call the telephone number, and it's him on the other end of the line, and he explains to you what's going to happen. So basically, you drive over to one of the parking spaces. They had a row of parking spaces, and you do the test yourself. So you get a little piece of tissue and you have to blow your nose before you start. Then you get this quite long, it's a bit like a cotton bud, one of those that you clean your ears with, but it's only got one end on it, and you have to put it up, you have to put it at the back of your throat on your tonsils, so either side at the back, and then the dangly bit in the middle for 30 seconds I think it was, and then you have to take the same swab and push it up your nose until you feel resistance, and swirl it around up there for about 30 seconds, and then you snap the swab so that it'll fit in the little test tube that they give you. Put it back in the bag. You have to put your hazard lights on your car to let them know that you've finished. Another guy comes up to the window and checks it all, that you've put it all correctly in the bag and what have you. Then he sends you a bit further round. You drive a bit further round to another woman who takes it off you, puts it in the box and ready for sending off. So the whole process took about 40 minutes, but most of that was just in the queue waiting to get to the front. The test itself only took a matter of minutes, and it wasn't that bad. I was quite scared because I thought they was going to do it. I thought they were going to shove it right up my nose, and but I was so relieved when I found out that I did it myself. So yeah, so I did that. That was Tuesday morning. By this point, I couldn't barely speak at all. I got on the phone to ring my mum when I came out to tell her what had happened, and she was like, "Who is this? I can't hear you. Who am I talking to?" So in the end, I just had to pass the phone to my daughter so that she could translate for me. So yeah, that was Tuesday morning, and I got my results back on the Thursday all clear. So luckily, nobody had to stay off work for too long. But it does say it can take up to 5 days for your results, which can be quite a long time for people to stay off. You know, like my husband, he's self-employed. If he don't work, he don't get paid. And I get lots of chest infections over the winter, so this is going to be quite a nightmare if we all have to isolate every time I get a chest infection. But it's one of those years, isn't it? We all just have to do what we're told and get on with it. So anyway, enough rambling for me from this week. Next week I'm hoping to lose £2. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So thanks guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to press that like button. Please don't forget to subscribe and click on the little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos I post in the future. I should have some what I eat in a days going up as well this week, now that I can finally talk and I'm feeling fit enough to edit these videos. So yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye guys.